rocks there. Camera's gonna pick it up, but it's almost acting like a little oven in there. I got, you know, a small fire going in there, and it's slowly drying out this wood on top here. So, rained a whole lot lately, and it's kind of hard to get to where I'm trying to get to here. Oh. I have I'm never gonna jump that. I have rubber boots on, but I have a huge hole in my one rubber boot. This is my boot I'm out here walking through puddles with. It's my boot. So, like, kind of sucks. Water's kind of tea stained, but we'll have to boil it really well. Hey guys, found a little spot to camp out here really quick for the afternoon, and I'm gonna make a little fire and some tea. So this video it's rained basically like quite a bit over the last couple days. Everything's really wet. All the trails are soaked and flooded. So it's gonna be like basically making a fire in wet conditions. And I'm gonna use a Faro rod for it. So this is just gonna be like a slightly challenging fire. I did one in the, like a basic how to make make a fire with made a fire with natural tinder video, and it just happened to be really wet conditions when I did that, and the sound quality wasn't very good because it was super windy and stormy. But I used like a tinder bag, like dry. I already had natural tinder kept in a tinder bag, like the frontiersmen and all that used to do. But I didn't bring any of that today, or there might be a little bit in my bag there, but I'm not going to use any of it. I'm just going to try and find some dry wood, and then make feather sticks. There's all kinds of mushrooms out because of the rain. It's like amazing. I don't know a lot of them. I found a whole bunch of chanterelles and oyster mushrooms the other day. Okay, so this is like what I like to use. So these are dead branches that aren't grown anymore. There was a huge spider on that and it really freaked me out. But yeah, so they're up, they're dead. Dead wood makes good firewood, as long as it's not like punky, right? And it's up off the ground because it's kind of still attached to the tree here. So I like this. I like this for kindling, this kind of stuff for kindling. This is white oak. White oak's all right. I find pine is the best, just like the pine tar and all that. It just, what's in it, pine is just, I find is really flammable. So I kind of like pine and spruce for that. But there isn't a whole lot of dead stuff here, but I'm gonna find what I can. This stuff here, these like really little ones, that's like gold to me. When it's wet out, I find that that's what you need, a bunch of those little guys. Oh, this one's dead too. Found a little piece of standing deadwood here. It's kind of nice. I'm going to, oh, I don't even have chopped down. It literally just fell over. But it was rotten at the bottom, but the rest of it is still pretty solid. Okay, and then, sorry, I had to cram my way in through a bunch of bushes to get the camera here. So, but this is all birch bark here. This stuff is too wet to ignite with the Faro rod right now. Like maybe I could take like a whole bunch of strikes and get it going, but it's not really great for that right now. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep it, and then it's added to, like I'll add it to when I get my feather sticks going or whatever, I'll add it to that, and then it'll catch fire, and it's just more kindling, you know, saves me from having to make a whole bunch of feather sticks. Now if you can see this, I didn't put this mushroom here. This was a squirrel that put it here. Hey guys, so I got my feather sticks here, and I've got some natural tinder here. This stuff's all too wet to, like, you know, mess around with trying to light it with the Faro rod. But I am gonna use it to, once I get the feather sticks going, I'm gonna put it on there with my super thin twigs here. It's the smallest stuff I could find, and that'll get it going. I didn't quite get enough of this as I wanted, and it is pretty damp. Like, I didn't find a lot of super dry ones in there, and so the reason I want a lot of these here is because I really want to, wet conditions, I really want to, like, establish a good bed of coals. Like, So I don't want to rush it. I want to get, you know, my tinder and then my kindling, my super fine kindling really established, then put on my slightly thicker kindling, and then put on, you know, my really thick kindling, and then start getting into like pieces of wood that you would consider firewood and stuff. And I really want to let a coal bed get established as I'm doing that. That's like one of the most important things when you're starting a fire in wet conditions. It's been raining a lot, and it literally just stopped when I came out here. I was actually planning on coming out in the rain, but I had things to do and stuff, and it worked out good in a way and bad in another way, because I wanted to do this like in the rain. And I might have set up a little shelter or something to keep, you know, my fire out of the rain or whatever, but you don't have to do that. I was just thinking about it. But yeah, and then I've got these rocks here. The reason I have that there is I want to lay my kindling across my tinder, and I don't want it to like squash my tinder and smother it, because it's wet. It's going to take a little bit for it to catch on fire. So I want to keep it off of my tinder enough that it doesn't smother my tinder. And also I have it like this with a piece at the back and everything, because on top of trying to keep it from smothering my tinder, I'm trying to insulate my tinder so that it gets even hotter. I don't lose a lot of heat out the sides. So it's insulated, so that helps it burn hotter and get my kindling on fire, and it helps with the coal bed and all that too. You don't have to use rocks. I just happen to have a whole bunch of rocks here. What works really good is just like round pieces of wood like this, and then you know what I mean? You can do that with that. I like 3.5, 4 inches works perfect. And you can, and then you just leave it in there and they'll catch on fire, right? And it's all part of the fire. So we're gonna give this a whirl here. I'm gonna try for this feather stick first, and then I'm just gonna try and add my feather sticks, my other feather stick and my tinder onto it. Okay, I kind of figure this is gonna happen. This is it is night, like pretty wet conditions, so I just gotta persevere. I like to when I can, I like to try and get it in, you know, 1 strike or 1 or 2 strikes as much as I can, find the right tinder and all that, just to save on the ferro rod. But sometimes it doesn't work, right? So I'm gonna keep trying here. I might try and shotgun it a little bit here. Okay, I got it slightly established here. Okay, we got it kind of going. And I just really want these things to get, yeah, kind of established here. And I'm gonna slowly add on my birch bark, because my birch bark's kind of wet, so I don't want it to put my feather sticks out. So let everything keep getting established. I've got my my grass here. It's damp, but I'm kind of teasing it, breaking it up so that it'll catch a little bit easier. That's really gonna smoke and take a second, I think, to get established. And now we'll lay this across my 2 rocks there. And the reason I leave such a big opening here is I can, if I need more tinder, I can feed more tinder in under here, underneath my kindling. It's like an opening for that if I run out of tinder in there. I didn't actually get any spare tinder, which is kind of a mistake, but I can even put leaves and stuff in there if I got enough flame in there that they'll catch on fire even though they're soaking wet. So it's like an oven. I can kind of feed it through here. So my really fine stuff is starting to get established now. So I'm gonna add this stuff on top. I don't want to add it too late because I want to give it enough time to dry out, but I kind of want that finer stuff to be established too. I don't know how well the camera's gonna pick it up, but it's almost acting like a little oven in there. I got, you know, a small fire going in there, and it's slowly drying out this wood on top here. And I put quite a bit up on top because it also adds insulation for heat for your stuff on the bottom, and this stuff up top is like drying out while the other stuff is trying to catch and all that. Get that stuff in there. Yeah, and then so basically it's kind of getting established now. Like, we would just keep feeding it. We let it coals build up and then keep feeding it and let more coals build up and then keep feeding it, and that's a fire. And like with a Faro rod, no matches or light or anything, and like pretty wet conditions. Like there's all the trails are flooded. It rained for a couple days pretty hard, and it rained for a week straight. Like it rained for a week straight, and then we had about 3 or 4 days of sunny weather, and then it started raining again for a couple days, and then now it's today and we're doing this. So it was pretty rainy, and yeah, it worked out. It wasn't super hard. It wasn't like a one strike fire, but it wasn't super hard either. And we're just gonna slowly feed the bigger stuff on and give it a chance to kind of dry out. Smoke in the eyes, wow. Hey guys, so it's pretty much established, and I'm going to make some tea. I got some turkey tail mushrooms. I dried them out here, and I'm gonna make some tea out of it. It's pretty good. I really like this. Oh. I don't want to hold the hammer too close for too long, but it's boiling. Sorry, actually I'll put it over here. I got my little stump. I found this kind of far away, and I carried it over to this little camp spot because it's like perfect. And then I've got, this is my cup. My name is Matthew, so I really like it. It's got a little bit of dirt on the inside, but that's like that's added like minerals and nutrients and stuff. Oh, I almost went for a ride. course, as soon as I sit here, the smoke starts blowing over here. It was blowing that way before, but I really like this tea. I really like this tea. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but it's just beautiful here. Like on the rocks with all the reindeer moss and the trees changing color. It's really nice. I really like it here. Super peaceful, like you can't hear too much, and it's really nice. I'd love to sleep out here tonight, but I can't because I gotta go to work in the morning and all that and stuff, but super nice spot. Leroy. Oh.